Alright guys, welcome to Euro Truck Simulator. Now, I am not very good. It has been a very long time since I have played this game. Since American Truck Simulator came out, I have not played this nearly as much. I went ahead and started a new profile, kind of like I am doing with everything else. So, keep that in mind before you start judging me, I guess, is the main thing I'm asking for. So, you know, as time goes on, I will get a lot better and start realizing, how to do these things again. So I was having some stutters a little bit earlier, and I'm hoping that's going to be resolved now. I went ahead and turned off a lot of the mods. But let's go ahead and get started. Let's see where I'm headed. Looks like I'm headed from Paris to Calais? Calais? You guys feel free to put that in the comments, how terribly I botched that. I'm okay with it. Not okay with botching it, but okay with you guys doing so. Anyway, like I said, it has been a very long time since I have played this game. I am looking forward to it, though. I like the distance. The distances, and I also like, me personally, I really love the trucks. Having the flat nose. It makes it actually a lot easier to maneuver, in my personal opinion. So it's still a lot of fun regardless, and it's really neat to learn a different way of doing things as well. American Truck Simulator is perfectly fine. I live in America, so that makes total sense. However, being able to drive out here in Paris and other places, it just adds something extra that I can't get from American Truck Simulator. Not to mention it's a lot bigger. I mean, the map on Euro Truck Simulator is so huge, it takes forever if you start doing some of the longer runs, which, again, is perfectly fantastic. I love it. Absolutely love it. Anyway, I do hope all of you guys are having a wonderful day. And it is pretty late this evening. For me, it's actually past midnight, but I was so stoked to get on and download Euro Truck Simulator again. I had to refresh my PC a couple days ago, and I haven't had it installed. And I was like, I thought about playing American Truck Simulator, and I was like, no, forget it. I had just finished recording another game that I play, 7 Days to Die. I just finished recording that, and I was like, man, I'm either sleepy or I want to play a different game. And so I really started thinking about it. I was like, you know what I really want to play is Euro Truck Simulator. So I went ahead and jumped on, and here we go. So this isn't going to be a very long run either. Looking at it's only about 3 hours and 34 minutes, which isn't too shabby. I need to go ahead and get rid of my little map thing there. And start looking over here. All this stuff. The only thing that is really sad is that it doesn't. This one has the. Oh, is that the 31? Just kidding, y'all. Just kidding. Still trying to get used to it. I thought I didn't have my how fast I was able to go, but it's definitely on there. I did try to Americanize it a little bit with like miles per gallon and stuff, so I can at least understand what I'm doing. And eventually I might switch that back over whenever I start getting used to it again. But for the time being, I think I'm going to leave it the way it is, just just in case, so I don't completely make a fool of myself. More than likely it's going to happen anyway. But anywho, it's so interesting. It's like it's made by the same people. It's like a different game. It's unbelievable. Euro Truck Simulator. That's an interesting. Do you guys really have the arrows that are like in the middle? Is it telling me to move over? What's going on here? I'll let you guys tell me if any of my friends from overseas are watching the video. I'm not entirely sure. The arrows starting from the the middle lines and then moving their way out. I feel like I'm just driving in a city somewhere. Oh boy, cut that one a little close. Cut that one a little close. The handling's a little bit different in here as well. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. And your mirrors are bigger. I mean, now I'm not even sure why I stopped playing this game. Mirrors are bigger. I can see so much more. I need to get rid of that one on the right, though. See if I can remember how. That's not it. There it goes. Alright, speed picked up to 50. Not too shabby. Whoa. Interesting watching that thing disappear like that. Let's see if the truck disappears. No, well, I mean, kinda. It's kinda. That's just gone. There for a second, I thought I was in neutral, but it's north, heading north. It makes a lot more sense. Makes a lot more sense. I do like to have a little phone right there on the right-hand side of the steering wheel. I did have to get rid of a lot of mods, which is sad. I need to figure out which one was making it stutter. I think there were a lot of graphic-intensive mods that I added that, you know, might be the culprit there. I was in neutral. I wonder why I went into neutral. That's interesting. So much for north. I don't even think I have a directional thing on here anywhere. Eh, is what it is. It is what. Oh, I need to turn my headlights on. Thank you, sir. It's reminding me. It's like a whole new world. See, and you know, I've played this game before, especially a lot in the past. You know, again, right before, or not right before, you know, for about a year or two before American Truck Simulator came out. So, you know, the one that really confuses me is I can't remember which, you know, country we end up going into where the lane switch to where you end up being over. I end up being over in the left-hand lane as opposed to being in the right-hand lane. And you know, it throws me off every single time, and I usually get a ticket because I'm going the wrong direction. And you know, it took me a while to actually figure out where I needed to be and how I needed to do it. You know, it's just one of those things when, you know, your brain's been, you know, years and years of, you know, being taught the same thing, and next thing you know, you're getting thrown into a game where things are kind of, they're just different. You know, there's nothing wrong with it, obviously. It's just different than what I'm used to. But I always welcome a challenge. Always welcome a challenge. See those arrows in the middle line, in the middle, those markers. That's interesting. Is it? Do they mean a certain thing? I don't know. I'll let you guys tell me. Doesn't seem to be as much traffic. I wonder if that's a setting or just how this game is right now until I get into a bigger city or something. I might just be out here in the country. The country. But I guess we'll find out shortly. I think. I don't know. Might not. Uh-oh. Man, I must have slowed down just enough time. Let off the gas. That was a police officer. Yes, it was. I might just turn on my cruise control because I haven't really turned in a while. So I'm just going to turn on my cruise control and take my feet off the pedals and just relax. I did add in, you know, the mod for, you know, realistic gas stations for, you know, the countries, obviously, and which is cool. I like having that realism of it being, you know, overseas and, you know, overseas from me. Obviously, it's not for you guys, you know, if you're watching this video from overseas, I guess. So I like the fact that, you know, I can add that realism for that particular country. You know, just like I would think that a lot of, you know, people that are overseas, you know, when they play American Truck Simulator, they might try to add some stuff to make it a little bit more American so they can learn something new, you know, find these new gas stations and stuff, which I did see a Texaco mod for Euro Truck Simulator, which I thought was interesting, and I wasn't sure if that's, you know, because I know that's an American company, but, you know, I guess it's an American company. What's my... Oh, okay. So, guys, I have had my cruise control set. I need to be watching the digital display as opposed to the analog display over there. I was thinking I was going 50, and that's in kilometers. So My apologies. I was wondering why it was so slow. I was like, my goodness, I'm going to fall asleep. But that makes total sense now. So, again, you know, just learning it all new. As if it's new, I guess. And that's probably why that cop didn't give me a ticket, because I was going 20 under the speed limit. So now I'm going 7 over, so I probably need to slow it down a little. Slow it down. Man, a lot of should have went on a dry run first, but you know, it is what it is. Might turn on my cruise control again when I get back up to 50. Might do that. Uh-oh. Not entirely sure what that is. Oh, I had a little light show up there. Ah, this is where I'm going to be delivering, so this run's almost over. I might have to record another one. I'm not going to be able to go with this short of a video. This thing's like 30 seconds long. But, you know, that's always those first runs when, you know, you don't have a lot of money, you don't have any skill points to spend into anything to be able to get those longer runs. I mean, this run is only, oh, it's a slowdown. Makes sense. So this run is only to, you know, get you the first point, skill point, so you can spend it on something else that's, you know, relevant, you know, longer distance, or being able to take runs that are, you know, fragile and stuff like that. So that's why these are always shorter. It is amazing how big this map is. I mean, we're talking 300 miles, and I mean, granted, it's, you know, 300 miles here is a lot further than 300 miles on American Truck Simulator. But if you just look at the size of the map, and you're like, wow, it's so much bigger. It's amazing. I'm going straight. I wonder where that road leads. I also want to check and see, because I know American Truck Simulator, you can, you know, just download a vehicle mod, and so you just drive around in a regular vehicle. Can you do that on Euro Truck Simulator? I would assume you can, which I think would be really cool, just to even cruise around the countryside. I might do that the next episode, just to get on and drive around, drive from one place to the other. Doesn't seem like it's a bad idea. Not a bad idea. What are these signs? Uh-oh. It's much better laid out than what I'm used to. Green, and we're off. I didn't realize I had so many people behind me. Man, tearing up the road. It's like a 5-6 foot drop there. What, they're replacing a pipe or something. That's crazy. That is crazy. Speed limit's 43 miles per hour. Currently going 35. And looks like I'm gear 10 at the moment. Gear 11. Might go ahead and shift over to manual here in just a little bit. The reason I didn't do it this time, and you guys are probably like, oh, this guy's always got an excuse, but the reason I didn't do it this time is because of the fact that I wanted to, you know, make sure I understood everything again. You know, it's all coming back to me. I'm starting to realize all these things that, you know, I had forgotten. And so, you know, I'm glad I did. I'm glad I didn't, you know, go ahead and make that a thing for me as far as manual goes. So. I'm glad I didn't. I guess that other one was just a regular old sign saying it's this direction, maybe? Because I kind of assumed I was already there, but man, I said it was going to be a short run. It's not too short. Not too bad though, I guess. Yeah, and I get to get into the cities. Look at all those houses over there. Try to not crash, but look over here. Whoa. That's a huge building right there. Good grief. Alright, so I am going around this roundabout, but I am, oh man, I'm going to have to get over into the left lane as soon as they let me. I'm going to go and turn on my blinker. Maybe one of these guys will be nice. Oh. Well. Oh. It's a double lane. Alright, well, I'll do that then. Turn off my blinker then. Head this direction. Again, this is all getting, used to it again, so. I promise I'll get better. Don't judge me. Don't you judge me. Do what I want. It's like running that yellow light. I ran it. Man, truck dealer discovered. It's always nice. I always love finding those because, man, when you want to get a new truck, you just better hope you actually know some places to go to get one. I think I'd just be able to order it from a catalog. Whip out the old, magazines. Truck driver magazine. I want this truck. Get one on eBay. Amazon before too long. Who knows? Find that manhole cover. Already miss it? There it is. Alright, so where do you need it? Always going for that one. I need those points, man. I need the points. Can't go out with 0 extra XP. That's crazy. I'll run over my cones. Oh, got under it too much. Alright, just like that. See? You guys have it figured out. That little, without having the cone in the front where the engine is, having that flat part makes it so much easier to move and maneuver these around. It's like that. Decoupling. Done and done. Excellent rating. 138 miles driven distance. I know the first run was about 150 yards, I think is what it said. Or 1,050 yards. I guess that would make more sense. Time taken 4 hours, 0 minutes. So 4 hours flat. 21.1 gallons used, and pretty much everything else. Alright, well, thank you so much for watching. Welcome to here I go, Euro Truck Simulator, and thank you guys so much for watching. If you'd like to, please hit the like button as well as the subscribe button.